Hey guys, Matt from the Yugioh Card Game Podcast here, sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Today is Thearioh Thursday, and I'm going to be sharing some ideas surrounding the card Catapult Zone, one of my new favorites. Catapult Zone is a very unique field spell, where once per turn, if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can send one rock-type monster from your deck to the graveyard instead. So this card prevents your monster from being destroyed by battle and mills a rock monster of your choice. The cool part about this card is that it can be used during either player's turn, yours or your opponent's, meaning you can intentionally suicide your monsters. And this card was made with the monster Revival Golem in mind, and is essentially this card's ideal combo. And Revival Golem, when it's sent from the deck to the graveyard, gives you the option of activating one of two effects. You special summon Revival Golem or add it to your hand. And both of these effects are good for two very good reasons that I'll get into as we move along. So with Catapult Zone out, what monsters do you want to protect? I figured there's Gladiator Beasts. They like to battle. They like to suicide. You can either send Hoplomys, Gladiator Beast Hoplomys, or Revival Golem to the graveyard, because they have the monster Gladiator Beast Darius. Hey. So Darius, Hoplomys, and Revival Golem give you rank 4 Xyz possibilities. They give you protection of your monsters, and they give you the option to tag out 4 Esadari. There's another card called Indomitable Gladiator Beast that gives Gladiator monsters 500 attack. It's a quick play spell card, and while it's in your graveyard, you can return 2 Glad Beast monsters from your deck, or from your graveyard to the deck to add that back to your hand. So it's a card that you can use to recycle Gladiator Beast Hoplomys or any other Gladiator Beast you need to, so that you can start milling them again with Catapult Zone. And so it works, Catapult Zone just in general works with all of the attack organizers, so Deep Prison, Horn of the Phantom Beast, just cards that just generally punish your opponent's monsters for attacking, since they're going to want to be attacking with at least 2 monsters to get rid of your problems, or their problems technically. So I also thought the monster Mist Valley Soldier would be kind of fun to use with Catapult Zone. It's a level 4 tuner that when it battles a monster, you return that monster to the owner's hand. Its effect doesn't go off when it's destroyed by battle, but with Catapult Zone you can suicide it into problems, bounce their monster back to their hand, and then special Revival Golem, and then either Xyz for rank 4 or special summon a level 8 Synchro monster, which I thought was pretty cool. I've always wanted to do something with Mist Valley Soldier, and I was like, hey, this is something, because there's never really been anything to do with it. Another card that works really well with this Catapult Zone Revival Golem combo is the card Tragodia. And so you protect your random monster with Catapult Zone. And say it's an Upstart Golden Ninja. Protect it, then special summon a Trag, and then you mill Revival Golem, and then Revival Golem's second effect is that you can add it to your hand. So Trag gets an extra 600 attack boost, and then during your turn you can pitch Revival Golem to take control of a level 4 monster with Trag's effect, and then you can target that Revival Golem that's now in your graveyard to make Trag level 4 and then Xyz with their monster. So it's kind of a pseudo free steal, which I thought was pretty cool. So another card that you don't really need Revival Golem for, I figure this is kind of its own combo, is Catapult Zone and Go Giant. Go Giant, when it's normal summoned, you can take one Go monster from your graveyard, you can special summon it onto the field, and the obvious one is Go Giant, because it's a rock, and it can just be pitched with Catapult Zone to protect your monsters. And the other Go monster is Go Golem, which is blah. It just can't be destroyed by battle once per turn while it's in defense mode already. So it's just kind of eh. But Go Giant, you can mill it with Catapult Zone. It's never really a bad draw, unlike Revival Golem. I mean, when you get this guy in your hand, you're kind of just like, well, now I have to set this monster, or get rid of it with like a Raigeki Break or something. Maybe a Trag. But Go Giant, you can just draw a Go Giant and not be unhappy, because you're going to be sending another copy of it with Catapult Zone to your graveyard. It's decent milling action there, decent deck thinning, and I think just Randy, rank 4 Xyz, or a 2000 attack monster is not bad at all. So another card that I thought was just funny would be Wyrmlinx. Wyrmlinx has a flip effect. During each end phase of this if this card is face up, draw 1 card. So you protect it during your opponent's battle phase with Catapult Zone, your own attacking protection cards, and then it gets flipped, and then during their end phase, you draw a card, and then during your turn, you have that extra card, do whatever you want with it, set it, protect Wyrmlinx, then during your end phase, draw another card. And now your opponent just like, okay, so I have to get rid of this Wyrmlinx thing, but then they keep special summoning revival golems, or maybe they keep milling Go-Go-Go Giants. Maybe you milled a Go-Go-Go Giant, you had one in your hand, so you normaled it, and then you got your other one, and then you exceeded for a hope, and now they're just not going to attack, or they have to use Dark Hole or something kind of really funny, just to get rid of this Wyrmlinx. Otherwise, you're going to start getting a lot of extra cards. It's super Thearioh, but I thought it was funny, kind of cute. So other than that, there's also just Malefic Stardust Dragon. Malefic Stardust Dragon protects Catapult Zone. Catapult Zone protects Malefic Stardust Dragon from being destroyed by battle. One of its banes, just because it has 2,500 attack. And just start milling defensive monsters on the side. Or I'm just going to keep this out. Other awesome monsters. So next card would be these cards that, when they're flipped, you can take control of your opponent's monster. Catapult Zone just allows you to set them in some semblance of confidence without really having to waste extra cards protecting them. So there's Dummy Golem, which essentially has a creature swap-like effect. When it's flipped, you give it to your opponent gives you one of their monsters. And then there's also all of those attribute charmers, which is just, Lina, Win, Area, Hita, Dark, and am I missing one? If I am, I don't care because it's unimportant. Oh, I'm missing the Earth one, Ausa. They basically just take control of attribute types, Earth, Wind, Water, and now you can kind of maybe get their effects with Catapult Zone. I don't know. It makes them somewhat more useful. And then, lastly, very lastly, there's Dark Mimic level 1. Yes, it is finally also somewhat usable. You can protect it during your turn, get its flip effect, draw that card, save it until your standby phase, then use it to upgrade into level 3, Dark Mimic level 3 during your standby phase. And then when it's destroyed by battle, you get its extra effect where it draws 2 cards. It's like Pot of Greed. Yeah. Cool. No. But yeah. Okay, so those are the ideas that I had for this Thearioh Thursday. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video by tapping Mr. Like button. And share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you have any more ideas about Catapult Zone or want to expand on some of the ones that I've had. I think it'd be pretty cool. So this has been Matt, or Ma'at for some of you, for the Yugioh Card Game Podcast, sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.